Live from Fargo and serving you on TV, online, and on the go. This is Valley News Live at 10.
We begin with breaking news as some 200 air travelers are at Hector International Airport after making an emergency stop. The Delta 757 made an emergency landing in Fargo after smoke was detected in the cockpit.
Flight 1601 was traveling from the Twin Cities to Anchorage, Alaska when it was diverted to Fargo at about 5 o'clock. Airport manager Sean Doberstein says the plane took off from the Twin Cities and was near Bismarck when the crew decided not to take any chances and land in Fargo. Since landing, Delta has taken pretty good care of the passengers, even ordering 80 pizzas to keep them fed. A replacement jet is expected to arrive shortly, and Flight 1601 is tentatively set to take off in an hour or so. Hector Airport is busy this time of night. Since 9 p.m., 7 regularly scheduled flights have landed at the airport.
And we continue to follow a developing story, this one out of Breckenridge, Minnesota, as parents and neighbors are demanding answers after a young child was found dead.
On Tuesday, officers say they were called to the Park Manor Apartments for a 3-year-old who was not breathing. They tried CPR but could not revive the child.
Valley News Team's Veronica Marshall spoke to people who live at the apartments about what's going on.
Jennifer Lehman is the mom of 3 young girls. She's lived at the Park Manor Apartments for years, but knowing that a child died here and not knowing how makes her worry.
I don't know the circumstances. I don't know if it was an accident. I don't know if there was harmful play. I don't know any of that.
Breckenridge police released a statement today saying a 3-year-old died at the apartments.
And I don't know if it's just like that much of an active investigation that they don't want to release any information, but still, as a tenant here, I'd like to know what happened.
Police weren't able to comment anymore tonight, but that doesn't mean neighbors aren't trying to piece together what happened.
Very intense. Like from the first look of it, I came out here and saw all the ambulances and squad cars and everything, and it looked like it was like a murder scene. Like, what is going on?
And then it's right here on my floor. It's like, oh no, what happened?
Now, residents are careful to protect their loved ones.
I'm glad there's a camera outside my door, just in case it's, somebody who is violent.
And while they didn't know the family very well,
this family was new. They hadn't been here very long.
Residents say they're thinking about them now.
There is a child out there who is now in heaven. Like, either way, it is sad, sad news.
But no, I met the little guy, and he was just a little sweetheart.
In Breckenridge, Veronica Marshall, Valley News Live.
Authorities are waiting for an autopsy results to determine the cause of death. Police did tell us they're going to release more information as soon as they can, but they've given us no indication because this is an active indication as active investigation as to when that will be.
The death of a 6-year-old on Monday in Fergus Falls has many people asking who dropped the ball and who missed the warning signs. Bobby Bishop and Walter Winhoff are facing charges of murder and malicious punishment after the death of 6-year-old Justice Burland. One source who knows the couple tells us the couple had been bouncing from county to county because Child Protective Services does not connect with one another on a nationwide level. The Otter Tail County attorney tells us data practice laws make it hard for CPS to do so.
HIPAA laws, all the different laws in place now to protect people's rights, we fall under that. I mean, the Otter Tail County has to follow all those protective rights. And in here, we're talking about children. They have a lot of protected rights.
Child Protective Services would not answer our questions, saying the incident is still under investigation. It did send us a statement explaining its standard protocol, and you can see that statement on our website, valleynewslive.com. Bond for both Bishop and Winhoff has been set at $2 million each. Winter hasn't officially left the valley, has it? Let's get more from Hutch on the flurries that some of us will get tonight and tomorrow. Hutch?
Thanks so much. As we head into the overnight hours, our latest radar scans showing that we have some snow developing along and south of Interstate 94 as well as out to the west in the western Dakotas. And south of Jamestown is where we have the heaviest little smattering of snowflakes right now. Some light accumulations are expected from this in your hour-by-hour forecast. Notice how things blossom in the early overnight, then they get quiet, and then towards daybreak, the storm system we've been talking about starts to take shape. Expect upwards of an inch in places that get some snow, mainly south of the interstate. Blizzard warnings for much of South Dakota. Winter storm warnings now replacing winter storm watches in parts of southern Minnesota. Our storm system will work its way through between now and Sunday, bringing some serious snowfall totals Wind gusts in excess of 60 miles per hour are expected with this system. Our southern counties will see the brunt of the storm in our area. I'll have hour-by-hour details on this, and we'll look forward to some warmer weather ahead here in just a few moments.
All right, thanks, Hutch.
The search continues for a missing Dilworth Glendon Felton school board member. Family members of 49-year-old Rich Hansen say he went missing after driving into town from Felton Friday morning. His vehicle is a 2014 black Chevy Traverse. One of his sisters says it's very unlike her brother to just disappear.
So, and like I say, he's always called everybody, you know, and he's just, you know, my mom would get embarrassed because he'd call his, you know, his old friend's mother, and, you know, he just likes to talk. And so nothing, zero. And he even, like I say, shut off his personal phone and his business phone. He doesn't even have them with him, nothing. It's just completely out of character for him.
If you have any information about his whereabouts, you're urged to call the Clay County Sheriff's Office.
Bail was set at $2,500 for a former North Dakota sheriff's deputy facing drug charges. 31-year-old Carrie Komrosky was arrested and charged for stealing a pound of meth and 13 cell phones from the Metro Task Force. The Burleigh County Sheriff says Komrosky was on patrol Saturday when his sergeant hadn't heard from him and went to his home to check on him and found the evidence. Komrosky was put on immediate administrative leave. When the sheriff asked for a drug test, Komrosky resigned.
I'm not a drug user, so I guess obviously naturally maybe a lower bond. Like I was thinking maybe 1,000. I don't exactly have a whole lot of money to my name right now, and obviously employment is not going good for me.
The judge also ordered Komrosky to do drug patch testing, and he cannot have contact with BCI detectives on the case, any prior informants or defendants, or any task force operators.
President Donald Trump met with several leaders from the Midwest states today, including North Dakota Governor Doug Burgum and U.S. Senator John Hoeven, to discuss trade and its impact on agriculture across the country. The president says China has consistently treated U.S. ag unfairly, and his administration is changing things with respect to trade. The president has asked top administration officials to look into rejoining talks on the Trans-Pacific Partnership from which the U.S. withdrew last year.
It was a very positive meeting with the focus right where it should be, and that is that we need markets. We need free trade, we need fair trade, and it's about opening up markets. And how do we do it? How do we have a negotiation where we get more access to markets?
Officials are aiming to open U.S. farmers to more overseas markets.
Instagram is making some changes it hopes that you will like, wanting you to stick with them instead of the mass exodus happening with its parent company.
But first, some frozen steak dinners are being recalled because some of the family-size packet contains more than just the steak.